Coach, if you'd like to start with an opening statement, and then we'll get started with questions.
Okay. Excited to open the MAC 2-0. Love winning. Winning's always fun. Makes Mondays feel a lot better. Also, I don't know, as a coach, sometimes you joke that you're perpetually unsatisfied. So also think that we're going to come out of the weekend with a lot of things we can get better at. Learned a lot about ourselves against two good opponents. And it's nice to win and still learn lessons. And I thought that that's what happened tonight. Major shout out to our serving. I thought that maybe not everybody understands the importance of what Maria did, and also Anastasia. They went on really good serving runs. Amanda had a really good serving night, kind of set the tone and let us kind of take over from a defensive standpoint and run our offense and have a little bit of the efficiency that we had. Did a really good job. See them working every day, and glad that we improved on that from last night. We were a lot more efficient behind the serving line while also keeping them out of system.
Coach, you talked about it there, the 2-0 start. That's now seven of the last 8 seasons starting 2-0 in MAC play.
Nice.
Can you talk about the boost that can give a team going through the rest of the MAC schedule?
Yeah, it's important. Every game matters. Every game matters in non-conference, but especially when you're in the MAC. And we approach every single weekend like we're going to get somebody's best. And I thought Kent gave us a really good match tonight, and as did Ohio last night. And when you look back on the year, every night has to make you better. That's how we're going to be ready for November, and glad to see the results and check those boxes as 2-0 to move on and start preparing for the next one.
Coach, you have a plenty back-to-back game with tournaments and everything. How does a MAC back-to-back with winning both of them change anything for the season?
I think that it's important because to win the MAC championship, all of those wins. I mean, it's been very few times in the last couple of years that the MAC regular season is more than a game or two behind number 2. So that's the importance of it. So getting out 2-0 always matters because it's the difference between first and second place. And again, kind of check those boxes on Ohio and Kent and get to move on and start focusing on the next one.
Coach, that second set, holding Kent State to 9 points, first time doing that at home since 2022. Can you just talk about how a set like that can propel a team through in this case, the third set?
Yeah, I really proud of the second set, especially after winning the first. It's really easy to kind of take your foot off the gas. And I thought that we did a really good job of kind of putting our foot on the gas even more. And a lot of that had to do with our serving, what I talked about. A lot of those runs happened in the second set. Our defense stepped up. We had some good blocks. And the biggest thing I loved about the second set was we were really efficient on our side. We took care of the ball. We were smart. We were getting better with it as it went on. And that matters. Again, as a coach, you want to improve as the match goes on and adjust to things. And I thought we did a really good job of that in the second. And it kind of, created conviction for the third, but I think we could have been a little bit better in the third, but that's just me.
Coach, the difference in hitting percentage was awesome today for Bowling Green. What was working for you girls?
I thought that we were creating a lot of opportunities. Our middles were really efficient. That was a big piece, being able to run Kendall and Helen. We got in system a lot more than last night, so getting to use them opened up a lot for our pins. Eddie and Avery did a good job taking care of a lot of junk, and I liked that they scored in different ways. I always joke I hate tipping. It's my least favorite thing ever. We don't like tipping, but we're allowed to tip to kill, and I thought that was the mentality on some of those, and that's okay. So created a lot more opportunities with a lot more quality, and that helped the offense.
Coach, a strong home crowd last night, a bigger crowd tonight. Talk about just having those fans behind the team.
It's everything. I kind of joked. I told the Falcon fanatics that you were a big piece of that win last night. It was it got pretty close at a couple key moments in the match, and that energy propelled us. But I was a little frustrated. I don't like winning matches on errors. We still want to win. But I think our crowd forced 2 errors for us to win matches the last 2 nights, and so we're grateful for them, and I'll take it.
Any more questions for Coach? Great. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Helen, we'll start 2-0 in the MAC. Can you just talk about having that hot start in the MAC and what that means for this team moving forward?
Sure. Our goal is MAC championship, and that starts now. So we are grateful for the 2 wins, and then we also know that we're going to take what we did this weekend and learn from it and go into Monday practice ready to learn and ready to compete and prepare for the next weekend.
Kent State make a couple runs. How does the team kind of mentally move past those to keep winning these types of sets?
Yeah, we've been talking a lot about discussing in our huddle or in a timeout, whatever it is, what we're going to do instead of harping on what went wrong too much. So we've been trying to work on making a game plan for the next point and moving on that way, focusing on the technical rather than just saying let's go or something that's not as effective.
Helen, for you, 8 blocks tonight. The team had 10 last night, double-digit blocks. Can you talk about having that impact at the net and what that can do for the team and just the match momentum in whole?
Yeah, we talk about blocking is our first line of defense, and we've been working a lot as a team on block lineup. So I think that's really shown, 8 block assists, right? But that means it's me and the person next to me, and we only get that block because we're lined up well, and that's thanks to the person next to me. So.
What does it mean for you to play behind this home crowd and having a really awesome start at home so far?
Yeah, I think it's just really exciting to know that we have so much support. We're really grateful for all the people that show up, and we're trying to show our gratitude, for the Falcon Fanatics and the fans. We try to make sure to let them know that we appreciate them after each match. So we hope that they'll keep coming.
Any more questions? Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.